Rebecca Turco joins us now live outside Capital One Arena.
And Rebecca, you've been there all day talking with people who've come from all over the country and the world to see this. You've seen as well piles of belongings that folks had to actually ditch because Capital One Arena has a strict bag policy on any given day, let alone when the president's going to be inside.
Oh, exactly. And we are just beyond the security checkpoint here. And earlier there were just so many bags, everything from purses to even chairs that folks left behind that they couldn't bring in. And now there's not a whole lot left. And that's because the dump truck is here. DPW is really just cleaning up the area. And they've been here maybe 40 minutes or so. They cleaned up a lot because there was a lot of trash left behind between trash and, again, folks that things that folks couldn't bring in through security here. But there was such a long line earlier today of folks waiting to get in. They got here nice and early. And then, of course, there were the folks who couldn't get in because, again, you could only have the 20,000 people inside. So they were waiting in line. Some of them said they were hoping maybe they'd make an exception. Not quite the case. We did catch up with one woman traveling from Miami, and she was trying to find her bag in the pile of stuff. She couldn't quite find it. She got to go to the rally yesterday, and even though she wasn't able to see everything in person, she was glad to take part in the festivities with her friends and just be among the crowd. Take a listen.
We went to a restaurant/bar. They had the all TVs, and it was all full of, Trump supporters. So it was perfect. We ate. We had a couple of glasses of wine, and it was perfect.
So people who couldn't actually see the inauguration in person, they're making the most of it. Some folks are a little bit more upset, but most of the people we caught up with today were really just trying to make the most of a trip that they've had planned for a while. And just to give you an idea of just how much garbage we're dealing with, I mean, again, this is things that people either had to leave behind because they couldn't bring through security or just trash. Because remember, too, a lot of the dumpsters were removed because as a safety concern, too, those could potentially be used as projectiles. So strict security in the area. And again, because of that, they couldn't bring certain purse sizes in, certain backpacks in, et cetera, et cetera. But still a bit of a crowd out here. It is dying down a little bit. We see people dressed up, too, making their way to the ball tonight. So a long night ahead, and the celebrations continue for the folks who are in town in support of our new president. Reporting live outside Capital One Arena, Rebecca Turco, 7 News.